What's up, guys and gals? Look at my character salute you all right there. There we go. So it's the next day, finally. The developers put in a loot patch this morning. So apparently, like, they put in multiple patches, but this one was actually the loot patch. So Saturday, there was a patch. I thought it was the loot patch. It was not. Recorded episode. So you know all those times that I said, all right, well, it looks like they patched loot, but I actually think that they didn't. I was wrong. The loot patch actually came through this morning. I guess it's Sunday morning. I don't know. I slept through it. Obviously, I wasn't going to ruin my sleep schedule anymore for H1Z1, which is what I've been doing all weekend. But we're back. I figured I was going to cut it after the last couple episodes, but since I was wrong about the loot patch and essentially recorded a bunch of episodes not utilizing it, I figured we at least do a couple episodes with the new loot patch, which says that it's increased the loot respawn, they've increased the locations, they've basically done everything they can to make stuff more available. Whether or not that's true remains to be seen, but there are some cans and stuff sitting over there, so that's good. That's not a terrible sign. Anything in here? Normally there's zombies around this location. If you're wondering where we are, we're at a campsite that's I think going to be a little bit north of the center of the map. I haven't looked at a map in just a little bit, but we'll figure it out in just a second. Nothing in there. Let's have a look. So the things we want to find right now, let me take a look at my inventory. So we've got a flare, we've got gauze, salt packets, scraps of cloth. We need one more scrap of cloth, and then we can make ourselves a pack. And then once we have that, we can find ourselves some metal bits, and we can make a framed pack. And that sounds super awesome. So we should hit all the cars over here. The reason you hit the cars is because they have the metal shards in them most frequently. Sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. Somebody may have already canvassed this area. That is like the big thing you have to be aware of whenever you play H1Z1. The loot respawn still is pretty low. It just kind of depends what you come across in the first place versus what somebody else comes across. You come into the right area at the right time, you can find just buku loot. You come in at the wrong time, and you're probably not going to find anything for about an hour or so. It's very much similar to what I would say happened in DayZ SA when it first came out, where it was just kind of barren, and then people didn't know you had to reset the servers. Except this time, it seems to be something having to do with the probability of loot respawning that is holding everything. So we want to punch these crates open real fast, just to see what we get. There we go. So we got scraps of cloth, actually, exactly what I was interested in. Let's go ahead and break open the rest of the crates. It's looking pretty good for us right now. It's looking pretty good. I'm trying not to be negative at the moment, but it looks like we got something going on. What is that? That is not a salt packet. I've never seen a salt packet that looks like that. What kind of salt packet is that? That's a big salt packet. Okay, so with the crafting, we need to go and make a sack out of the cloth. And so we're going to take, nope, that's not what I want. We want this right here. Bam! And there it is. And so we're going to make ourselves a satchel, a European shoulder bag that we will take no shenanigans for. Nobody can make fun of our fashion-forward dressing. It is all good. And so now you will see that we have a bag that holds 300, but if we can get some sticks and we can get some nails, we can turn it into a framed backpack, which is actually better than the backpacks that you find. So that's going to be our goal for right now. If I have to make a cut while we run somewhere, that's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure that we find some of the things we need in order to get rolling. And then also, I think a lot of players are not aware of some of these recipes. In fact, I've seen so many players just running around collecting stuff, but not having like bows or anything else, that I don't even think they know how the discovery system works to be distinguished from the Discovery Channel. Obviously, the Discovery Channel makes shows about cars and hillbillies. That's the difference. And so the Discovery Panel allows you to come up with new loot. Alright, so not having too much of a clue where I am right now. Every time I log out, I lose my bearings in this game, and it's not so good for the forward rolling. I think that, well, there's a little... Let me see if I can get up on top of... Anytime you're trying to position yourselves in real life and in this, you should probably try and take that hogback right there. It's not really, I mean, that would count as a hogback over there, but that right there, that's a camelback or something right there. I don't know. We're going to go up to the top. We're going to have a look around, and then we'll discuss what we want to do next. Our hydration's looking a little bit suspect. How many blackberries do I have? That should be enough to get us by for right now. It looks like we have ammunition, so if I can find myself another 45, I think we'll be in a really, really good situation. We'll be able to hold somebody up or maybe take something from other people. I don't know. I tend to play these games a bit more peaceful than everybody else. I find that some people become very psychotic when they play games like this. I, on the other hand, really just mostly use my stuff for self-defense. If I'm really desperate, I'll whack another player if I have to. But it's usually like left to where, okay, I'm going to starve in the next 5 minutes if I don't find something. My health is decreasing, so I guess I gotta take somebody out to make sure I survive. But I don't know, I've never understood the mentality in these games where people like don't cooperate, they just run around like trying to murder each other for long periods of time. I guess you get bored. I have done that in DayZ where I'll be totally kitted out with like military gear and all that stuff, and I'm just like, alright, well, sort of bored now, so let's go ahead and throw our life away getting into an endless gunfight with other people. Alright. So on top of this hill, oh, that's exactly what I was hoping would not happen. So this is the problem with navigating when you're in a forest. The tree line can be very, very detrimental. That looks like it might be something over there, but the draw-in distance hasn't actually brought it in just yet. It looks flattened out. Is that the mud pit over there? Let's go find out. I'm going to run over, and if it's the mud pit, I'll come back in. We'll figure something out. But anyways, I hate making cuts early, but there it is. We'll come back as soon as I find something interesting to take care of. Alright, well, I eyeballed a little campsite off this way. I mean, I don't know. That is the mud pit up there. I'm assuming that the mud pit is one day going to be another suburb. It looks like that's what it looks like. It's in construction, because if you walk through the mud pit, there's things like sewer manholes and like random sort of like municipal infrastructure things being installed. So I'm wondering if they're actually going to build up the city over there during early access and make it a little bit larger. There's a Z over there. Let's go ahead and see if we can take him out. I need to practice my aim. I'm so bad at this game right now. Like, I really, really, really need to practice my aim with the bow, because I'm just not doing well with it. See, so that was... Oh, he's aware of me now. Yeah, that was a little closer. With how cheap it is to make arrows, I don't really care if I miss a lot. Oh, he's picking up speed. No! He's got more velocity. It's weird that they sprint like that. I don't know. I don't like running zombies. Maybe I'm just a purist, but running zombies just annoy me when I see them. Like, I get this real feeling of just... Oh, he didn't even follow. Okay. If that gets him, I'm gonna laugh. Nope, didn't get him. This is like target practice at its finest right here. I bet medieval archers wish they had the opportunity to target practice like... See, it's also hard to judge because the arrow is like enormous when it comes out of your bow, but it always goes low if you don't aim it up in the air. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that one went straight through his head. I'm almost positive. Like, if you're even slightly off, it doesn't count the hit, and it's probably because of the latency, too. Like, if you see the way he's bugging out and just running all over the place, who even knows with these zombies sometimes? I know one thing, you definitely don't want to stand next to them when they're on the ground like that, though, because they just sit there and they eat up your health. I don't think the tracking actually works very well when they're on the ground like that. Alright, we got him finally. They said you can only kill zombies with headshots on this server, but I don't know. Supposedly, if you hit them a few times with a tool, you'll get cloth out. I've never seen it happen. And seriously, I've hit zombies like hundreds of times in this game, over and over and over again, and I've never seen cloth drop when I hit them. You can harvest animals. Harvesting the animals seems to work out pretty well, but as you can tell, my hand-eye coordination is not so good. That is due to a life being spent completely and totally nearsighted. Let's see here. We need to use gauze. Our health is a little bad. I keep having these little experiments where I'm trying to get better at shooting. It's pretty much like I still haven't fiddled with my mouse, and I might need to do that. I'm thinking I may need to lower the sensitivity slightly because I feel like I'm jumping too far. Let's see here. You grab that real fast. Aiming sensitivity. Take that down slightly, and definitely with the scope sensitivity we'll take it down. I'll play with that for a little bit too. Like, the look around's fine. It's just like when I want to shoot stuff, I always feel like the mouse is being too sensitive. It's just being too sensitive. I was just making comments. I wasn't making fun of you, mouse. Stop being so sensitive. I think I'll try and... I gotta get some more ammo. We're out. Let me grab some ammo real fast. We'll get those. There we go. These are the plants you want to use, those little giant clover pumpkin looking plants that you can run around and harvest. I need to get some blackberries too. Blackberry Simulator 2015 are what a lot of people are calling the game. Hopefully the loot patch worked though. It looks like the blackberries, actually the latency seems like it's solved too. I don't know, I haven't read the exact patch notes, but it seems a little bit more optimized today. When I push the button, it feels like things are happening instantly. The zombies seemed like it was responding a little bit better too. It was still buggy, but everything seems to be responding better today. Oh, I'm out of space completely and totally? Alright. Well, I think this up here is the edge of the mud pit. We've been here many, many times during this playthrough, but allow me to look at a map and figure out where the hell we're going since we're going to set out on adventures. Since that's pretty much the entire reason I play the game, is to have random advent. Let me make my ammo before I go up there, because obviously somebody's probably going to try and murder me shortly after I arrive. Yes, arrows. Everybody loves... I've only made 3 arrows. I thought we had... I know I picked up like 700 sticks. It must have dropped them. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm going to eat one of these refried beans real fast. It's going to give me a little bit of hydration, but it's going to get our energy filled up too. There we go. Oh, there's a branch in there. No wonder it was causing problems. Okay. Sometimes you pick up... I wish the branches... I don't know. They need to rearrange how the branches work, because you pick them up on accident now whenever you get blackberries. And so the branches, you always tend to have like an inventory full of branches for some reason, and that's just the way life goes in this game. We only got 5 blackberries because of it too, so unfortunately... If you're trying to keep your hydration up, you can do... No, I don't want to use the bow drill. We have no bow drills right now. In fact, I was trying to run a bow drill on that zombie over there, but unfortunately, I'm just bad at aiming. I think using guns is my best chance at this point. I need to stay away from the bow. I like the other bow, actually. I don't like how, like, This bow sort of like lobs it, and for whatever reason, my brain can't attach to the whole lobbing animation of the arrow. Whereas with the other bow, I actually feel like it fires more straight. So I feel a little bit better and more confident about aiming it because you get a little bit more distance out of it. If they're within like 20 feet, you're pretty much good with the other bow. Did they increase maybe the size of sticks? That seems possible too. By the way, if you want to reinforce your backpack, you need 4 sticks. For right now, I'm trying to reinforce the amount of arrows I have so I can reinforce somebody's skull with wood if I have to. I mean, it'll hurt for a second. We have to make a small hole in the skull in order to reinforce it with the stick. So far, nobody's taken me up on my medical procedure. Oh, actually, I think this is where that guy tried to chase us and murder us with an axe. Basically, that's the entire map, though. Like, where in this map has somebody not tried to chase me down and murder me would be the better question. Let's break these crates. You never know what you're going to get out of them. These things are definitely like the Forrest Gumpy loot containers of the game. In that, they're sort of like a box of chocolates, except it's more like a box made out of wood. Sometimes they have chocolate in them, I hope. I like chocolate. That's one of the things I would have trouble getting. Like, imagine that. You would never have chocolate again. We're reverting now to like medieval times where chocolate is just like a thing you can't get anymore. How awful would that be? I'm a chocoholic big time. Like, I love myself some chocolate. I feel like they slowed down the punching. I feel like he's throwing more haymakers now. When he used to jab. They may have done that. I just heard something in the air. I'm not sure what it was. I can feel it making noise in the air tonight. I had to modify the words slightly because it didn't work the other way. Maybe these floor crates will have something good. This sucks. Where's the loot? Nobody needs planks. What do you need this many planks for? Also, stop throwing haymakers. That's annoying. He used to jab really fast, so it was easier to get boxes open, but it looks like they nerfed it. I'm sure they probably did that to make it so that fist fighting is a lot less deadly. Maybe we'll find something in here, because that was a problem. People getting, like, out-duked with fists when they had, like, machetes and stuff like that. Then I don't think I heard running, but I might have. So this will be the make it or break it episode that really, like, determines whether the loot patch has actually done anything or if they're blowing hot air. If we don't find anything the entire episode, then I'm going to say shenanigans and say the loot patch was just a giant diversion. Just to make people happy for a couple minutes while they did other stuff. However, if we actually end up finding loot, which we haven't yet, I suppose that I'll change my attitude towards the loot respawn. It looks like somebody killed all the Zeds here too. Like, usually there's a lot of zombies walking around this area, so we may be a little bit unlucky. Let's check our magic zone right here up under the car. Nobody ever checks this, so we will. Oh, well, maybe either didn't respawn, or it had something in it, I don't know. Somebody actually got smart and looted it. They probably watched my videos. Probably that guy is like, Splattercat showed me how to do this 5 minutes before I started recording. I'm like, damn it, just got robbed by giving people... What is that? Can I loot that? Oh, really? Huh. I never thought of fuel cans as a resource in this game, but we got biofuel now. That's pretty sweet. I think I was already carrying around biofuel, but what are you going to do? Ooh, hey, well, it's an empty bottle. I mean, we could use it, I guess. It's not the most, like, useful piece of loot, but it's something. I may actually get rid of the binos because they're taking up a lot of space right now for, like, other things that I could be carrying around. I think somebody's coming at me right now, bruh. So we may have to handle that zombie. Time to practice my aim again. Alright, everybody, just grind your teeth. I can feel your pain right now. We're going to try and get this guy over here. See if maybe my... See, that still feels... Well, it feels a little bit better. I might have to lower it a bit further in aim mode, but yeah. I do like how they give you, like, multiple different opportunities. That wasn't a headshot? Alright. What about that one? Okay, that one's sticking out of his head. If that's not a headshot, I don't know what is. It might be... Oh, yeah, you can get a scrap of cloth out of him. What do you know? Huh. I've never seen that happen before. People have said on the forums that it happens, but I was really sort of, like, cynical of it. Like it was one of those urban legends or something, because I've killed so many zombies and have never gotten cloth off the corpse. Let's go ahead and search these wrecked vans. We want metal bits. You'll remember that that's one of the big things that we're looking for right now so that we can make nails. And you get them almost exclusively out of cars. There's a scrap of cloth. That'll work for now. I wish you could harvest the cars, like with an axe or with a wrench or something, so that you could get scrap out of them that way. So that if people had looted them already, you could still get Mexican-style chicken stew. Hell yeah. Can I make that right now? Meal ready to eat individual. Replenishes a small amount. Commercial resale is that true with MREs? Are you not allowed to sell those? I haven't seen MREs at stores, but I've seen like consumer versions of MREs at like camping stores and stuff. They gave out, I went to a camping store for its like grand opening one time, and they were giving out these, they were weird. It was basically like this big brown brick in a bag, And supposedly this brick had like 15,000 calories in it, and you were supposed to just break off a wedge whenever you were hungry. Like each wedge, it was cut into a wedge like a Hershey bar. So there were little squares all over the place, and you would break off one and it was 2,000 calories in each little wedge. And so each wedge was supposed to be 1 day's worth of food for you. It was crazy though. I don't know how that would, it couldn't have tasted good. It's still sitting in my closet right now. What I should do is eat it on camera and let you guys know what it tastes like. But it didn't look appealing. I saw another guy try his and I was like, a little too sketch mode for me. A little bit too sketch mode. I keep hearing either wind through the trees or somebody driving and it's making me nervous. Look, it's Jane's. That's a Firefly reference. Jane's Sloppin' Biscuits. I mean, I've only ever seen Jane be spelled like that one time, and it's in Firefly, so I'm assuming that's a Firefly reference. Firefly is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Like, seriously, I would sell myself into bondage for a second season. Ooh, hey now. A first aid kit. What? I've never seen this as an item ever before. Where did it go? There it is. What do you get? It allows you to get health over time. We're pretty wounded, so I'm going to do it. Like, we're really, really wounded. Like, we're down to like 50% health almost. I mean, I'm rounding down right now pretty aggressively, but I don't know why I'm doing power squats right now. Apparently, my character decided that he wanted to get himself all lined up with some acro... Ooh, what's... Hold on, is there anything? No, that's just bottles. I thought there was a new model over there. I was like, what is that? What is that? What's this? I feel like I'm Jack Skellington right now, seeing all kinds of new loot. Although, honestly, still, the loot feels light. The loot feels light. Like, I very much feel like in DayZ, SA, and other survival games, I find more stuff while hitting the same amount of... I don't know. I walk around. I guess that's the thing that's sort of like... You guys aren't going to see it because I cut out all of the random walking and, like, running around in between these areas. But, for me, it feels like a lot of time goes by because I'm just running around randomly. Let's take the bottle because our hydration has been a constant problem. And we can boil water if we throw it into a campfire pretty soon. Our hydration's looking bad though. I may need to... We're gonna start... Oh, we got blackberries. I should probably not eat them right here. That's probably... What is that? Good as new. God, they might be... I don't know. There was like... Wasn't there like a debacle recently where Goodwill was found out to be like selling clothes at like a markup or something like that? Like they were getting them for... They were buying clothes from people. They were... I don't know. There was something shady about it. I don't remember what it was. But people were mad at... Oh, wait. What is that? Purified water. Let's just drink that right now. We could have turned it into blackberry juice or coffee if we had a fire, which would be actually far more sustaining than the other stuff because it gives you both hydration and it gives you nourishment and energy. However, I always check these back rooms right here because I always find like guns in them. I don't know what it is about this room right here in the back of the Good as New. For some reason, the Good as New always has like firearms in the file cabinets, and so I always look just in case. Nothing there. By and large, I think most of the loot you find in this game is like sitting on top of stuff. That would be my advice anyways. I should hit these dumpsters real fast too because we already found like a fajita in one of them. And we found an MRE in another. Who would throw away a perfectly good MRE? They just didn't want to use it anymore? I don't know. That's a weird question. Like MREs seem like the sort of thing that you would kind of want to keep around. Maybe I'm wrong though. That's Mom's pink salmon. I'm going to eat that right now because we have time to do so and I don't want to carry it around with me. Well, I do think like the loot has gone slightly up. I wouldn't say that it's gone up a ton, but I feel like we're having at least some better luck finding food. My guess is the way that they said it is I think they were addressing concerns that people said they were starving to death or running around the forest unable to find food. And you'll notice that the mass majority of things we're finding right now are food related. I'm sort of wondering if they just up the chance to get food and then sort of just like, ooh, a green helmet? Oh, that's a red one. Okay, I already have a red one, don't I? Yeah, I already have a red one, so I don't need that. Ooh, hello. Stagnant fart water. Well... I mean, we already have empty bottles here. Was that a lightning storm that we just saw, or was that a glitch? I don't even know what just happened. Either way, is this one good down here? What is this? That's stagnant water as well? We'll take it. How come you won't... Let me get prone. Hold on. The thing, the gymnastics I do to loot... Wow, there's actually a lot of them over here. I'll take... Is that... No, that's the bottle that I left on the ground. Okay. Just a minor little piece of confusion right here. Confusion comes in pieces. Not to be confused with Confucianism, which comes with inner peace. But anyways, no, I don't even know. I've never even studied Confucianism. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. It just fit into the monologue. I don't know. If it fits, I sits my humor inside of it. I've got one of these buggy-ass crates. You should always use proximity loot after you break out crates, because sometimes the stuff they have in them goes through the ground. So stand on top of them and use proximity loot. Otherwise, you'll miss stuff a lot. See, like right there? I think it's probably smart if we get low. I keep hearing a car. I keep hearing the sound of a car, and it's making me very, very nervous. And all the cars around here, I want them to be dead. It's not because I feel any real, like, hatred towards the automotive industry. Let me get a flashlight out so all y'all can see. Here we go. Nothing in the dumpster. I do wish you could harvest cars, though. I hope they add that where you can harvest cars for glass and you can harvest cars for metal and little things like that. But it makes a bunch of noise. That's the trade-off, is it makes a ton of noise, which will actually, like, spawn zombies on the server around you. We've had decent luck in this episode. I mean, we haven't found any, like, the good loot, like the shotguns or whatever. But we have found stuff to stay alive. We went from having, like, none of our bars filled to having them pretty much okay for the time being. I don't know. And this is on a hardcore server, so once again, these patches and these fixes may not have helped if you're on like a really, really crowded server. I'm on a low pop server right now playing the game called Grimwood right now, and it might be medium as we speak. I don't know, it was low when I jumped on. But anyways, on a low pop server, the loot is looking like this. So honestly, I have sort of... Oh, there's a shirt right there. Yeah, I will shred you for cloth. I will shred you all day for cloth. Get inside my inventory. Hell yeah. I wish we could find some metal bits. That's what I really want, but... Oh, that's a car outside. Okay, God, I jumped on that one, too. A car just drove by super loud outside, and I was like, eh. Feeling myself getting all nervous. You should be able to take books off the shelves, too, for paper for starting fires. Hit this garbage can. I have no shame about it. If we need to find some stuff, we need to... You can use these wells over here to fill up empty water bottles. So if you have an empty water bottle, feel free. Fill it on up. It's stagnant water, like it's standing water. But seeing as we have all the abilities we need right now in order to purify our own water, we can actually make a pretty good amount of... We only have 4... I thought we had 745 rounds. Oh, they're not stacked properly. Oh, wow. There we go. So now we have the 10. I'm going to eat these blackberries real quick because we have the benefit of a fence around us, protecting us from anybody else that might try any shenanigans to kill us. That'll get our hydration back up to like maybe 45-ish, which will hold for like another 10 minutes. In today's patch, they also lowered the speed that you lose all of your various bars. So we should see maybe some kind of change in having to constantly scrounge for food. I don't know. I feel like the energy's definitely going down slower. Even though I'm sprinting all over the place, it looks like it's going down slower. Did I hit this gas station over here? I'm going to give it once over one more time because I'm not so confident that I did this. Anyways, we'll go for a long episode anyways. How about that? How's that sound? I know we might not be doing the most interesting of stuff, and I keep ending up in the same locations just because it's conducive to recording, but... Oh, shit. Yeah, we're not doing that. I think this guy's just trying to respawn. I don't know if he knows you can just like slash suicide, but that is a thing in the game right now. I don't know. Let's murder him real fast. I'm actually surprised how many hits this dude has taken with a fire axe to the dome without falling down. There we go. What's he got? What's he got? Off-roader headlights. Might be useful for later. I'm going to eat the Mexican-style chicken stew in the hopes that maybe it'll give me some hydration. Nope, not a single bit. Unfortunately, he's bugged out and done that double proximity thing again where you can't... Oh, you actually have to loot it first. Okay, there it is. I'm actually going to dump... Let's get rid of the biofuel because I have no idea what to use it for right now. And I realize it's a terrible idea doing inventory management right now, but... I think we might also have some lag. Either way, I kind of want some of this stuff. I'm going to eat the carrots right now, just for anything else we can get out of it. Just so nobody else can have it. Yeah, it gave us 5% hydration. I'll take that for right now. Like the fire axe, I think it actually needs its damage to be buffed. I think the fire axe should basically be like a 2-hit kill type weapon, just because it's a huge fire axe, man. I would challenge, if you want to, make a YouTube video of you getting smacked in the face with a fire axe and walking it off, but I don't know. It's one of the harder weapons to find by comparison to some of the other ones. This location has never ended well for me. This location almost universally ends in PvP for me. My recommendation is to jump over the fence in the back and just take the damage. Going around the front is a bad call, and it's not going to be fun for you. We have a zombie around here somewhere. I'll deal with him in a second. I don't know if they heard our footsteps when we jumped over the fence or what happened, but... this location's looking pretty rifled through. In fact, that guy may have hit it just a second ago before he came and tried to suicide with us. Oh no, there it is, right? We got stagnant water. I'll drink it right now because we need it. We'll take a little bit of damage, but... Oh, actually, we gambled and won again. It's a gamble. Anytime you drink stagnant water, there's a chance you'll take damage and a chance that you won't. It just sort of depends. And then I think there's like 5 damage or 10 damage depending on how unlucky you get. Where these zombies are at, I'm not sure. I hate looting the upstairs right here because it means you're trapped and you have no way out. Still, they're all over the place. I don't know where they are, though. I don't see them. Let's get some cabinet looting done here. Well, we found enough stuff to keep ourselves riding for now. It's just kind of like other stuff doesn't appear to be forthcoming. Oh, that's actually all one loot node? Crazy. Alright, but that's how it goes. We could jump out the back window if we have to. It'll cause us a little bit of damage, a little bit of suffering, a little bit of pain, maybe some ouchies in the ankles, but in exchange for some boo-boos, we might be able to escape. We got a dresser over here. Yeah, it's still... I don't know. Some people were saying online not even to bother searching cabinets, just to like look for stuff on top of things and flow through. Oh, another med kit. Yeah, I'll take that. A trauma med kit. Is that different or is it the same med kit? I don't know where this zombie's at. Apparently he's not aware of us because he's just sitting down there like gasping for air. That's cool though. I don't feel like killing any zombies right now. I'm going to shred this shirt. It's the same ugly shirt that we're wearing. Apparently the exact same outlet had a share of that ugly orange and blue shirt. That's like that shirt that you would wear when all of your other laundry is done and you just haven't gotten around to doing laundry day yet and you're just like, alright, ugly orange and blue shirt. I'm going to wear you right now. I'm going to wear you. I'm not going to do it happily. Note the look on my face right now. Oh no, I think he's trying to get in here. Hold on, let me get an arrow ready for him. Now this might cause us problems. That's what I'll add here. Nothing out of that zombie. Additionally, anybody that's here now will see the zombies gathering towards our location, so this increases our chances of a human encounter as well, and not of the casual variety. It will be a very, very unpleasant encounter like that last one, where essentially I had to do something like murder somebody with an axe, which is just downright unpleasant. Who likes to murder people with axes? People that end up in prison, that's who. Let's see here. Sometimes these cabinets, oh man, we're having bad luck right now. Maybe I'll start listening to people's advice and just stop messing with cabinets and just like run through and loot everything else. I think it might be worth a try. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's that Zed right there. Let me see if I can get him with the bow real fast. Oh, I pulled up because I thought he was going to go. Alright. Here, get out of here. That one's right between your eyes. If that one doesn't count, I don't know what will. You will give me your cloth, however. He's a man of the cloth, or at least he was a man of the cloth before he became a man of the undead. It's better than... I mean, you could be a man of mystery. There are better things to be, and there are worse things to be. You know, it sort of depends. It's going to be sort of dark for a second, guys. Sorry about that. Forgot to take out my flashlight again. Let's see here. I think I'll probably hit the other building. We're already here. I mean, I see no reason not to. It's kind of like... Oh, we're lagging right now. Hold on. That or that dumpster's bugged. Yeah, it's bugged. Never mind. We're not lagging. It's bugged. We'll go back over here. Oh, we already got that one? Did we already hit this side? I swear to God we didn't, but whatever. How did this car get flipped right here? That actually wouldn't be a terrible plan, like parking cars in front of all the places where zombies could get into your house if you couldn't fortify the windows. It might work for... Ah, I sense a gamer over here. I sense a gamer inside this apartment. Got that double screen going on, so he can do his leap. Okay, so flashlight off, hold on. Okay. So that dude's just trolling through. You gotta get ready. My advice would be anytime you hear somebody come in like that, I've had like 2 or 3 people load out of a car with guns and come in just like hunting for people. They're not even like trying to survive or play the game. They're just hunting other human beings. So I get real nervous anytime I hear a car. I mean, obviously we almost got run over last time we played this, right? Hey, purified water. I will take you, put you in my mouth because you are delicious, purified water. That's what I would, that's the theme song for purified water. I'm waiting on a call from Purified Water's agent, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it. Mainly because I have like a breathing thing, right? I think I'm coming down with a cold, and just holding my breath is unpleasant at the moment. It's got like a weird stingy feeling in my throat. I don't know. I woke up, you know how you wake up with a sore throat whenever you think you're about to get sick? That happened this morning. I woke up with a sore throat, and I was just like, I don't trust this at all. I'm really, this is not the time for me to become ill. Anyways, I'm going to leave this location. We've hit everything. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of H1Z1. I will see you all at another location at another time after I run around a little bit, and I'll finish this place off. Hi-do, everybody.